We are excited for the launch of the RentCafe Resident Portal and thank you for welcoming this exciting new tool for resident payments. This quick video will provide you essential information to get started today. Before you can invite residents to participate in RentCafe, there are some initial tasks that must be completed. Residents must have a current email address in Yardi Voyager. To acquire, please distribute the resident phone email update letter. There is also an informational flyer about RentCafe that can accompany the email letter. There are additional resources for those residents who currently do not have an email address. These tools provide information for creating accounts with some of the most popular providers and tips for protecting their personal information. As you receive new or updated email addresses from residents, you will need to ensure their information is recorded in Yardi Voyager. Let's review where you can access and add these details. Access Yardi Voyager and click Proceed to log in. Voyager will default to your property. However, if you are aligned with more than one property, you may need to type the property name in the text box and click Go to access applicable information. Click Person Search. Type the resident's name in the name text box. Then, click Search to locate the resident record. Click the resident name in the name column. Verify you are on the correct resident's record, then click Edit. Click the Personal Info tab. Review any email addresses listed and update, if needed. If none, type the new email in the text box. Note: enter emails carefully as invites to RentCafe will only send to email addresses listed in the email field, not the alt email field. Click Save. Click Logout. You are now ready to begin the next steps of inviting residents to the RentCafe Resident Portal. Navigate to Okta, enter your username and password and click Sign In. Click Yardi One Dashboard. Click Okta to sign into the Yardi One dashboard. Click RentCafe Site Manager. Once resident email addresses are captured in Yardi Voyager, residents can receive the invite to the Yardi Payment Portal. To send these invites, click Company Management. Click User Management. Click the drop-down arrow to change the filter from All Users. Select Residents. In the next filter, we want to remove registered as for now we want to focus on sending invites to those who have not yet registered. Select Unregistered. Click the Properties filter to select the applicable property. You can either scroll the list to select or use the search bar. Select the checkbox in front of the appropriate property and click Done. Click Search. A list of all unregistered residents will display. Note: you can export the list of unregistered residents by clicking the Export button. This will generate an Excel document you can download to your computer. The easiest method to send invites is to click the Send Invite to All Unregistered Residents button. This will send an auto-generated email to the primary email address recorded in Yardi Voyager for each unregistered resident. Residents will receive an email that welcomes them and provides information regarding their username, how to set or change their password, and services they will acquire access to upon activation. Additionally, the contact info and office hours specific to your property will display. Upon clicking the link in the email, residents will see this screen and be prompted to type a new password and confirm that password. Once entered, clicking Set Password will complete the process. A password is set confirmation will display at the top of the web page. Residents may then click here to log in to be directed to the portal login page. Residents will simply enter their email address, the password they created, and click Sign In to enter the payment portal. Residents can also utilize mobile devices to access the RentCafe Resident Portal to make payments. The app is free to download for both iOS and Android devices in the App Store and Google Play. Just search for RentCafe Resident. If residents have forgotten their password or are experiencing other login issues, You have the ability to reset passwords and user management. Set filters to residents, registered, and the applicable property. Click Search. Locate the resident record. Click the Edit button, pencil icon. Click Reset Password in the upper right corner. A warning will appear indicating RentCafe will email the resident a link to reset their password. Upon clicking OK, a confirmation message will display. The resident will receive an auto-generated email with a reset password link. In the resident record, you can also see the resident T-code, the date they registered, and lock their account if you need to for any reason. If you'd like to view what the resident sees when they log in to the payment portal, you can click the Preview button. You can then see how the portal appears to the resident and provide any additional assistance. You may find it helpful to preview information for all residents at one time. This is easy to do. Click the Properties tab in the top ribbon. Locate and click the applicable property name. Next, in the Property Configuration left side menu, click Resident Services to expand the selection. Then, click Preview Resident Services. A listing of all residents will display with their name, unit number, email address, phone, T-code, relationship, and registration status. You can also search for a single resident by typing their name into the search bar. If you'd like to view more details for a resident, simply click their name and it will take you to their preview in the RentCafe Resident Payment Portal. In the portal, residents have the ability to set up their auto payments from the home screen by selecting the Auto Pay Setup tab, the Setup Now option under Monthly Auto Pay Setup, or by clicking the Setup Auto Pay link under Pay by Bank Account. In the Auto Pay Setup, residents can select their bank account and provide a start and end date for their payment. Residents may also choose an available date for which they'd like their recurring auto payment to process by clicking the drop-down arrow under Pay on Day. Note: rent is due on the first day of the month, thus it is encouraged to select the first. Once their bank account information is set up, residents may also make a one-time payment. If residents are having issues with the payment portal, clicking Learn More will open the Frequently Asked Questions resource. These will provide quick answers to the most commonly asked questions related to the payment portal. Click back in the top left corner to return to the payment portal home screen. To see a ledger of all recent charges and payments, click the Recent Activity tab. The default view is 10 records per page. You can change this by selecting the drop-down arrow next to Records per page and clicking the desired number, in this example, 100. You can also search for charges or payments related to a specific topic. For example, typing rent in the search box will provide a list of payments and charges linked specifically to rent. Clicking the Payment Accounts tab will provide information to the resident for verifying their bank account either through a third-party website or manually using a direct deposit. There is also access to an Adding Bank Accounts Instantly FAQ. Additionally, residents will see an option to add a debit card and add a credit card in the space shown here. They can click the applicable button to use that payment type for making payments. If you encounter any issues, remember you can access the Help tool at any time by clicking the drop-down arrow next to Help and clicking Help. The RentCafe Help contains information for affordable housing, PHA, and RentCafe Market. To see information specific to affordable housing, select the drop-down arrow under Help and select RentCafe Affordable Housing Help. Use the search bar to quickly find help on specific topics. Additionally, access related training for more in-depth options. Browse the available training and select a course to learn more information. You can also quickly access the related training options by clicking the tab to the far right of the screen at any time. Thank you for viewing this tutorial. If you still need additional assistance, please remember these helpful resources: RentCafe Site Manager Help, Mission Central RentCafe Resource Page, or submit a spot ticket.